used to be someone that bought a planner every 2 months or so. High school, college, young adulthood. I'm still a young adult, right? I never found a system that actually worked for me until bullet journaling. Today I'm going to show you how I set up my bullet journal for the new year and a few of the personalizations that I make to it for more simple and streamlined days. But before I get into it, I want to mention Pickup Limes. Her video a couple years ago is what originally got my husband and I into bullet journaling. A lot of what I'm about to share with you was inspired by that video. Credit where credit's due, Pickup Limes is a boss, and you should definitely go check out her channel. She talks about minimalism and plant-based living. Also, a quick shout out to my husband Kyle. He helped me with filming this video, so some of the B-roll has his hands in it. Let's get to it. Let's set up our bullet journals. The supplies that I use every year are a bullet journal, lectern. I'm sure that that's incorrect as far as pronunciation goes. This year I tried out the bendy cover. In all the previous years I've always done the hard cover. Trying something new. I actually really like the bendy cover so far. It is just a journal full of dots. It is blank on every page, and you can make bullet journaling whatever you want. I also use micron pens. All you use one. I like the 0-1 size. You're also gonna need a ruler, like this one, and some washi tape, but that is of course optional. I like to have the washi tape so that when I make certain pages, as you'll see, you can kind of bookmark them and go back to them for reference throughout the year if it's a certain type of list that you're only gonna make one of all year, or you're gonna keep adding to it. But we'll get into that. What I love about bullet journaling is how customizable it is. You can set it up however you want to based on your personality and your specific life and your needs and your values. Over the years, I noticed that I make changes to the way I use the bullet journal week to week, and that's perfectly fine because after your initial setup, it's just a blank journal. Sometimes I don't have time to upkeep certain types of bullet journaling, and other seasons I do. First up is my goals and values for the year. I am not one of those people that counts the dots every time I go to bullet journal. I just find the middle roughly and make a line. But if you want to be more precise about it like my husband is, you can count across however many dots your journal has. I then divide that into 4 boxes and leave a little extra space at the bottom where I can throw my values in, and create a 4 square quadrant for my goals: physical, spiritual, relational, and financial or business goals. I like to just always have my values right there next to my goals so that I can eliminate or adjust goals accordingly. Next to that, I put my book list. This is a personalization that maybe won't be necessary for you, but I love having a book list right here at the start of my year. I like tracking what books I've read. If I get a recommendation about a book or hear about a book that I want to read, I'll put it on this list, and a couple thoughts next to them, whatever my takeaways are. On the next 2 pages, I put my daily and weekly rhythm. This is just helpful for me as a stay-at-home mom. I don't stick to this religiously, nor am I someone that really likes hardcore routines, but having a rhythm that I know our days are gonna flow through, I think helps me, helps my children. It's just something that works for me, and I like having it here. Something I included in my last bullet journal that I'm including this year is a video idea list, so I put that together. I also like to keep my ongoing gratitude. Usually I actually put these at the end of my week at a glance, and this time I'm just putting them here. I will be putting washi tape on the edges of these once a year type lists so that I can flip back and reference them. The next 2 pages are my last once a year type list that I do. Any more than that is just kind of too much for me to keep track of in my head. I like to keep a skills I want to improve list and a life lessons list. This was something that was new to me last year, and I was just looking on Pinterest at like bullet journaling ideas, and I saw this list combination of skills I want to improve and just lessons, and I implemented it and I filled it up with so much good stuff. Anyways, that is the end of my once per year lists. Here's how I set up my year at a glance. Initial setup of my bullet journal is really the only time I do dot counting or math of any kind. With that disclaimer being said, to set up your year at a glance, count the number of dots your journal is both vertically and horizontally.
Divide that horizontal number by 6 so you can create 6 even columns and repeat on the next 2 pages. Label your columns on the first 2 pages January through June, and the next 2 pages July through December. I then reference the calendar app on my iPhone to input the days of the week and their according dates. With the remaining space, I make a vertical list, 1 dot for each day of the month, and input major life events, holidays, birthdays, upcoming weddings, deadlines, etc. into this year at a glance.
From there, we hop into the monthly and weekly flow of the journal.
To set up the month at a glance, make 7 vertical columns with your ruler, followed by 5 to sometimes 6 horizontal columns, depending on whether it's a 30th or 31st month, and then label the top of your page with the according month and each of the vertical columns Sunday through Saturday. Reference the calendar app to input the according dates, and reference your year at a glance to input that month's upcoming events. I go month to month on this and never set up future months until I'm finished with the current one. Finally, set up your week at a glance. This is just the layout that I like. Again, search the internet for lots more inspiration for more layout ideas. I start by dividing my page into about half. I typically create a 6-column week and divide the 6th column into 2 so that Saturday and Sunday can share. I label the columns Monday through Sunday and input the upcoming dates and events by just referencing my month at a glance. You'll notice that the bottom half is just open, and that's just for dumping thoughts or whatever comes up throughout the week that I need space to write down about. Typically, I choose 3 main things to focus on each day as I'm planning my week, and that's about it.
I will write down random thoughts that I have that I feel like I just need to get to later. I also like to have a master grocery list. That kind of ebbs and flows. Same with my go-to healthy meals. I like to keep a list of our favorite go-to healthy meals so that when I'm just exhausted at the end of the week, I can just look at that and be like, what sounds good from this list, and go from there. It keeps things simple, but also it gives me variety. It gives me a place to put everything so that I don't feel overwhelmed by 14,000 tabs open in my brain all the time. I think we've talked about this before. If not, let's go ahead and talk about this. I'm a very naturally unorganized person. To find a tool that can keep a person like me organized and at ease with the basic life tasks that need to occur when you're an adult is kind of a big deal. I really encourage you to give bullet journaling a try in the new year. Let me know if you do, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my new channel grow. I am wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I will see you soon.